Hello, Nora Alwa here, somatic psychotherapist, social justice educator, here to provide resources to everyone. So guess what? I am back in the United States of America. Not an easy country to get into. Not easy during COVID, and not easy as an immigrant, as a documented immigrant. Very complicated when you add being queer, when you add being maybe brown and having a Muslim background. Very, very complicated. Long story short is multiple checks from Amsterdam to Seattle airport reminding me that I do not belong, that I am not welcome here, that I am a criminal. That is the message that I get every single time that I step into this country. Today marks 7 years that I have lived in the United States. 7 years as an immigrant. And every time it is hard. It's actually heartbreaking. Although I know that these systems, these officers are in place to scare me, to make me feel uncomfortable, to make me feel unwelcome, it still hits. It still makes me feel humiliated. It still makes me feel like there's something wrong with me. So today I want to talk about the lies. And it's not the lying I usually talk about, where I love to look at the own lies that we have. I want to talk about the society lies that are fed. The lies that media institutions tell us every day from a very young age to us as oppressed groups, that we are less than. This is a message that is cemented, and it creates something called internalized oppression, which is very, very dangerous. And so today I just want to name how internalized oppression functions. Internalized oppression functions in the way that we start believing the message that the system puts on us. So as soon as I get to the US, the message that I get is I am a criminal. That as someone who has lived here for 7 years, I should be checked and go through a secondary inspection when I hold a green card, that there's something wrong, that the officer doubts me. And so when I get this message, I feel unworthy, and this is dangerous for my mental health and my well-being. So what do we do to protect ourselves from that? Well, in the moment, there's not much to do. I did all the things that I don't support. I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything. I had my body super tight. But as soon as I walked out of Seattle airport and I was in a safe place, I bawled. I cried so much, and I slept. We need to allow rest and recovery, to not minimize the moments where we get these microaggression, oppression, because these, if we don't let ourselves actually rest, then it leads to chronic shame. It leads to a feeling of unworthiness. And part of me even sharing this story is for me to reclaim my right to be here in the US and to actually let myself speak to what I wasn't able to speak while I was standing in front of an officer who could determine how or what my life could look like in that moment. So I invite you to see the ways that you are silenced, to see the ways that internalize oppression. What are the lies that you are fed to believe that you are less than? Identify it and name it. That is the strongest thing you can do. Good to see you again and look forward to reconnecting soon.